Good afternoon, friends. This video is meant for everybody, but particularly all those who wish to learn language. Friends, there is a grammatical term called model, that is a verb, modal, MODAL, or it is also known as modal auxiliaries. There are two types of auxiliaries. One is the prime auxiliaries like is, mr, was, were, has, have, had. These are prime auxiliaries. They are used along with the main verb as a helping verb. Whereas there are some modal auxiliaries like can, could, shall, should, may, might, ought to, must, etc. These verbs also tell the mood of an action, how an action takes place. Sometimes modals also express mood of the speaker. So now these modal and modal auxiliaries both are used along with the main verb. Particularly the most common modals are can, may, might. Yes, can, may, might. All these three modals are very commonly used. But may, can, and could, all these three expresses permission in questions. When you are seeking permission or when you are asking permission. For example, if you are talking to a friend in a friendly manner, you are in conversation, and suppose Mr. Khanna speaks to Mr. Ranjan, and he said, "Can I use your bike for an hour?" Mr. Ranjan said, "Yes, of course you can." So, what do we see here? Here we see that two formal friends are making a request and talking. Can I sit here? Yes, of course you can sit. Both the friends are in a less formal talk. So when two students are in conversation and asking favor from one another, they can use can because it is less formal. Like Rita said to Gita, "Can I use your bicycle for a day?" Yes, Gita said, "Of course you can. You can use my bicycle for the whole day." So at one hand, there is a informal conversation. There is no formality. Both the Rita and Gita are friends. So when two friends are questioning and making a request to one another and giving permission or seeking permission, you can use can. Whereas if a student is talking to a teacher and seeking permission, then you have to speak in a formal way. There you can use may, like student to teacher. "May I ask you a question, ma'am?" The teacher, "Yes, you can." Now the teacher is giving permission. "Yes, you can, you may." But when the student is asking question to a teacher, she has to say, "May I ask you a question, ma'am?" or "May I ask you a question, sir?" So this is more formal. May is more formal. Can is less formal. Can be used in questioning with both kinds of conditions, in a friendly manner while two friends are conversing, or when two colleagues are sitting and talking about something. In this similar way, could is also very polite. So when you are making question with anybody with a permission or with a request, you may use could. For example, if you are talking to one of your seniors sitting near the window, you can say, "Could you please open the window?" or "Could you mind opening the window, please? Could you please close the window?" So could is generally used for a polite and much more polite and requesting manner. Like if a person, a stranger is going on the way and he is asking a passersby, "Could you please locate me this the way to station? Could you please tell me the way to the post office? Could you please guide me to the bank? Could you please make me understand this point? Could you please explain it again?" So could is very polite and very respecting. On the other hand, can is less formal and it can be used in day-to-day conversation, both for questioning, both for asking question as well as for giving permission. And may is too much formal. It is highly formal, and generally we use may in the sense of we are talking to our subordinate or our officer or our seniors, or a student is asking question to her teacher, she will be using may. In this similar way, might, can, and could. These three are also used for, possibility. May is also used for possibility. For example, if you are using may as a possibility, it is both for present condition as well as for future condition, and may is a greater possibility. But when you're using might, it is less, great. You may call it, the possibility is less in might rather than may. And when you're using might and could together, sometimes could or sometimes might, so you'll find that might is also less, and could is also less. But the higher possibility is with may. For example, the sky is cloudy now, it may rain, so the possibility of rain is higher here. Yes, tomorrow being the holiday, we might go out for the evening show. So there is a possibility that we can go out for an evening show, but there is a less possibility, not much possibility. Yes, all of the students, have to go to the principal's office tomorrow. Yes, they could seek permission for a day leave. That means it is not compulsory, but they can apply for, leave. Similar manner, if a person is talking to a banker, then he will always speak with could. Yes, customer to a banker, could I get an application form for opening an account? Could I know some information about saving account? Could you please tell me about the details of how to open an account? Could you please help me in opening an account? So this, actually, when you are talking as a customer to a banker, or when you are talking as a, as an unknown person to some authority, you can use could for questioning. Now the banker will say, of course you can. Now here he is giving permission. Yes, you can ask me any question regarding opening an account. So we find that could is also for seeking permission as well as giving permission. Now might also expresses possibility, but it is a less, certain. Like you said that, it's a tomorrow being a gusted holiday, the banks might be closed. So there is a possibility some of the banks are opened also. But if it is a gusted possibility, a gusted holiday, then the banks will be closed. Then you can say, yes, tomorrow being a national holiday, the banks may be closed. Here, there is a greater possibility that the banks will be closed. Tomorrow being Sunday, there may not be any class. Definitely, it is certain that. So, may here expresses greater possibility, might and could here expresses less and still lesser possibility. This is the only difference between can, could, may, might. The brief idea about that, when you are talking to your seniors or when you are a student talking to your teacher, you can always put question with may. May I know the answer of this question, madam? Then madam will be giving you permission. Yes, you can. She is giving permission. Now she will not say you may. She will say, yes, you can ask question. In this similar manner, when you are talking about possibility, may expresses greater possibility, might expresses less possibility, and could express still lesser possibility. All the three can be used for possibility. So in this video, I have talked about, permission and possibility using may, can, could, might, may, might, could. So this way we can say that these, models can be used in day-to-day conversation also. And when we are initiating a conversation, we can use frequently may, can, could in questioning to anybody and everybody. The only difference is that when you are using a question with could to your senior, you can use please. Could you please tell me how I can solve this question? But when you are talking to a friend, there is no need of using please. You can simply say, can you explain the answer of this question once again? When you are talking to a friend, there is no formality. So can is less formal, may is more formal. May is generally used to our seniors when seeking permission. Can is used by anybody for giving permission. And that is what I wanted to conclude with. Thank you. Have a nice day.